This is, well, yeah, just pay attention to this part, you guys, because they are cooked after this. He cooks himself completely. The Hebrew Israelite religion gets completely destroyed here. Just watch and listen to this part. They got pressure cooked, deep fried, man. Game over, man. All right, let's go.
A common misconception that people have in the New Testament is, because when you look at the word Gentile, depending on the context, Gentile can mean a non-Israelite. And typically it can be used to mean a non-Israelite.
Right there. Right there. So, Dre right there admits that typically when the Bible talks about a Gentile, it's talking about a non-Israelite. He says most of the time, typically most of the time, when the Bible talks about a Gentile, it's talking about a non-Israelite, right? This is the kicker, man. This is what he said right here. He just cooked himself, right? Hassad here admits the Bible is almost always talking about anyone who is not a physical Jew when he is talking about Gentiles, right? So coming up, he gives an example of how he believes the Bible sometimes calls Jews Gentiles, but we still have many other examples in the Bible differentiating between Jews and Gentiles, right? And like he already admitted, most times when the Bible says Gentiles, it's talking about people of other nations, other ethnicities, not the Jews, right? So even if the Bible is sometimes calling Jews Gentiles, there is no way that all of the multitudes of examples in the Bible that we have differentiating between the Jews and the Gentiles and offering salvation to the Gentiles is talking only to Jews, right? And we only need one. We only need one time. We only need one instance where the Bible is offering salvation to the Gentiles and his whole doctrine is cooked. It's completely destroyed, right? Their entire religion of black Hebrew Israelites is proven false, right? So it is clearly false because we have many, many, many examples differentiating between Jews and Gentiles, right, and offering salvation to the Gentiles, and we only need one of them to offer salvation to the Gentiles, and his whole religion is cooked, man. He just destroyed his own religion right here, right?
The word Gentile, I believe, is the word ethnos, which means ethnicity, or the Hebrew equivalent would be goyim, if you ever heard that word before, the goy, which just means the nations, which in the Old Testament is used juxtaposed usually between the nations of the heathen and the children of Israel.
I was going to say it again quickly, man. I want you guys to understand what he just said. He said most times, when the Bible talks about Gentiles in the New Testament, it's talking about other nations, other ethnicities, not Jews, right? He's saying most times the Bible says it says Gentiles, it's talking about other ethnicities, not Jews. And we have many, many, many verses that offer salvation to Jews and Gentiles and differentiates between them, right? And we only need one of them we only need one of those passages to offer salvation to the Gentiles, and his whole religion is cooked because they don't believe that Gentiles can be saved, right? So he just completely destroyed his own religion because most times the Bible, he just admitted most time the Bible is saying the Gentiles are not Jews, right? And the Bible repeatedly offers salvation to the Gentiles, right? So he just destroyed his own thing, man. Let's keep going.